most of the land in Africa isn't even owned by Africans, it's still owned by Europe. So we don't like that. We're gonna need those back. I feel that it would be unwise of us to keep using our energy to try to explain to people the struggle. I feel like we should just dip. So we gotta take the traffic light, we gotta take everything, because we're not gonna leave you guys with our goods. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christian, and today we're going to be doing a pretty serious video. Usually I upload on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but today we are kind of throwing the upload schedule out of the window because this is something that needs to be discussed. This is going to be a deep conditioning and chat episode where I do my hair and I'm going to discuss this topic. Today we're talking about how the justice system has never been just, and I like to call it the injustice system, due to the inconsistencies. Let's get my hair into section. So I wanted to discuss the ruling in the Breonna Taylor case. That was my primary inspiration for this video. There were a couple things that are like bothering me having to do with the case, and let's just get straight into it and stop rambling. The first thing that I want to say is that when somebody dies, especially when they are unarmed, there is nothing that you can say to me that can justify their death. I was going into my email one day. I saw this article and it was like something about, oh, Breonna's ex-boyfriend was a drug dealer or something. And I'm just like, and this is the news you have to report. Like what else can you talk about? Because that is not key information that's going to help her solve her case. Like that does nothing for the situation. So a couple hours later, there had been an edit on the article and it was like, oh, we apologize. And I'm just like, the news isn't even about reporting the news anymore. It's about reporting things from a political standpoint that help to encourage / promote the beliefs of your political party, which is like, it's not even news at this point. It's just like, why can't you guys just report the facts without all the extra stuff? But yeah, there's nothing that you can say to me that's going to make me think that an innocent person dying was just. So it doesn't matter to me about who she associated herself with in the past. That has nothing to do with her. That has nothing to do with the case. And I feel that it is very, very irrelevant information. The second thing is, I am very concerned for the mental health of police officers. And the reason why I'm concerned for the mental health of police officers is because I think that being surrounded by death every day is something that humans as a job, they probably should not be engaging like that with, you know, death every day. And I think that if that was my profession, I would be very desensitized to the seriousness of death, because you do see it every day and it's something that's kind of like the norm. And it kind of caused me to question like if police officers are getting mental health screenings. Like I know there's like a screening you have to go through when you originally become one, but like after that, like how frequently are you doing mental checkups on, you know, police officers to make sure that they are mentally sane enough to be doing this kind of work. I was very disturbed when I found out that her boyfriend was being charged. Before they, you know, dismissed all of the charges and stuff, I was like, why is somebody that is practicing self-defense getting charged for defending themselves? Like, it just seems like we want to pick and choose who can carry protection. And I did not like that. I did not like that I heard that. I did not like that that was even something that was considered. My next point is that I am concerned for the mental health of both myself and other Black people, because it just seems like we are holding on to false hope that something is going to change. I was after watching When They See Us, it's really sad because although most of the people like watching that recreation of the story, although we knew the outcome, for some reason, like we all, like if you were watching the courtroom episode, we all were like, well, at least for myself, I felt like a sense of hope, even though I knew that the story resulted in them being charged with crimes that they did not commit. Like for some reason I was like, no, maybe they'll be innocent. Like, and I had the same experience with 7 Seconds. And after watching, you know, these types of shows, it's very hard for me to watch them because I want to support Black filmmakers, but it's very hard to see movies, documentaries, and shows that are fictional, but they depict the real lives of real people, and similar situations have happened in real life. And so after watching these types of videos, I get really depressed. And because it's literally not like just a TV show, it's a recreation, it's an adaptation of something that we go through in real life. And I just feel that it's sad for us to continue seeing these types of things happening and to just think that these are just the things. We only get a certain percentage of what's actually happening, and we only see what the news decides to show us, because the numbers don't really add up. And just think about how many more stories that are not being, you know, pushed to the media. Watching these types of shows and events, although like I want to support, I had to watch When They See Us in like a week. I had to do like 1 episode a day, because just watching those episodes, and for me watching that, knowing that just, you know, that wasn't like, oh, okay, I get to watch this for 30 minutes, but like this person was in jail for 13 plus years, and I was just torn up inside. I was very, very depressed. I'm like always like that with all of the movies and stuff that I watch. Like even with George Floyd's video, I had to mentally prepare myself, and that's part of the reason why I'm glad I'm not very active on social media, because with YouTube, which is the only platform that I'm active on right now, I get to choose what I click on. And I feel that if I was on other social media sites, I would have seen it without the mental preparation, and I think it would have messed me up. And that's, I think it's really important that if you're going to post very triggering things like that, you should post a trigger warning, because that's the thing about social media. You're like scrolling and you don't know what's coming next. But anyways, I had to mentally prepare myself to watch the video, and I didn't want to watch it, but I also wanted to watch it because it brings me back to the reality of like, everything is not okay. Just because things are okay in the moment doesn't mean that we actually are okay. And I ended up watching it, and it definitely messed me up for a little minute. Yeah, it's kind of like a wake-up call that there is still more work to be done. But I think it's always good to be able to have a discussion, because I think the Black community is a little bit spread out in what we think we should do about, you know, the issues that we're having with the injustice system. And I personally am a big Malcolm X fan, and I read his autobiography, and I think we should leave. Like, okay, thank you plane. We're gonna wait for the plane to pass so I can get the rest of my thought out. But I personally think that we should leave, because I think it's unfair for us to have to, one, be kidnapped, brought over here, worked and worked and worked and worked. Then when you have squeezed all of the assets and stripped us of our culture, have to explain and or beg to be respected. And that's one thing I'm not going to do. I'm not going to try to beg and plead with people to treat me like a human being. And so I'm with Malcolm X. I don't think we should try to convince people that we are equal, because if you already don't see it, what's the point in wasting our energy? But the thing about leaving is when we leave, we gotta take all of our creations with us. We gotta take the traffic light. We gotta take everything, because we're not gonna leave you guys with, you know, all of our goods. And also, we need all the land, because you know the thing about if we go back to Africa, if we leave, most of the land in Africa isn't even owned by Africans. It's still owned by Europe. So we don't like that. We're gonna need those back. I'm very torn, because I just want to leave. I just want to get out. I just want to never come back, because I refuse to raise my children and live in a place that looks at me sideways because I'm asking to be treated like a normal human being. Can't keep saying like, oh, sorry for your loss, when the thing keeps happening over and over again. Like, it doesn't seem like anybody's sorry. You keep apologizing for the same thing over and over, yet I see no change, which means you're not sorry. Alright guys, so the deep conditioner is in my head, so this video has come to an end, but please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments about things that we can do as Black people, because I personally feel that it would be unwise of us to keep using our energy to try to explain to people the struggle. I feel like we should just dip. So yeah, this is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Rest in peace to everyone and anyone who has been affected by gun violence and or police brutality. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.